On the 8th day of Christmas, Melissa gave to you her favorite look that she's ever done on YouTube. Ooh! Welcome back to 12 Days of Channels. Where was I going with that? Welcome back to 12 Days of Christmas. If you are new, my name is Melissa Alatorre. Join the family and hit that subscribe button. Join us on 12 Days of Christmas. We are currently on day 8 and I am bringing you what has to be my favorite look of all time. Yesterday I was sad to wipe off my makeup. Today I am depressed because I really do not want to take this off. Kyle's not home from work yet. He needs to take me out on a date. Like, I'm ready. This look, I'm ready. I wasn't ready before. I was a little hungover. Had a little girls' night last night with Karen and Angel, because he's one of the girls. I'm a little tired. This look has brought me back to life. If you guys didn't know, green is my absolute favorite color. I am a Taurus, April 22nd. I'm an earthy bitch, all things earthy. I do not discriminate against various shades of green: lime green, emerald green, Kelly green, poo green. You guys know what poo green looks like. Olive green, all shades of green. They hold a very special place in my heart. And when I was doing this look, I was like, it brings all shades of green in my life together on my two eyes, and I cannot wait to share it with you guys. So enough talking, let's get straight into this tutorial. Okay, wow, I really just did myself dirty and picked at this pimple before filming this. To begin, I'm going to be using the Pat McGrath Labs Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Foundation. You definitely want a foundation that isn't so matte that it's not going to move. You want a foundation that essentially you can still keep working with it until you've set it with powder. So that is why I'm using this guy. I'm going to apply a very small amount around this area, but not on the actual lid because I'm using an eyeliner for my eyeshadow base. So we're sort of going like around the eye. I know this seems random, but you'll see it all kind of just makes sense afterwards. All right, before you start adding an eyeliner, have a sturdy blending brush on hand, preferably synthetic so you don't ruin your brush. I'm gonna be using my favorite LH304 because you don't want the eyeliner to set, you wanna be able to blend it out. So I'm using the Maybelline Lasting Drama Waterproof Pencil in the shade Glossy Emerald. Ooh. And I'm just gonna go ahead and start applying that to the lid and mainly focusing it on this outer edge. And if blending an eyeliner makes you nervous, start with a small amount, grab your brush, and start blending it in. And you want to be doing this on bare skin because I find that whenever you have foundation or especially a concealer on your eyelid, and then you go in with cream product, it all just kind of like mushes together and creates sort of like this mush. I don't even know what you would call it, but the concealer mushes with the cream and then you don't get a true color payoff from the cream color product. Now you guys know I normally try and stick to one eyeshadow palette. I don't like to bounce around because the average person wouldn't have all these eyeshadow palettes, but to be honest, I couldn't find the right colors of green in singles or in one palette, so I am mixing a bunch, but instead what I'm gonna do is swatch them on the back of my hand. So that way you guys can do a little research and find similar colors, but I wanna swatch it before I put it on my eyes so you can see the true color. So the first color on the first palette, I actually really love this palette. I know it's expensive, but the colors in here, are you ready? I love it. I love it so much. And look at this shade of green right there. It's so good. So I'm gonna start with that green. Let me swatch it for you guys so you can see what it looks like. There's nothing that compares to the texture of NATASHA DENONA eyeshadows. This is why they cost you a pretty penny. So here is the color. My nail polish is barely surviving. Okay, see that? It's like a true green, a true emerald green with a satin finish. So it's not metallic, but it definitely has a little bit of a shine to it. So I'm gonna use that same brush I was using to buff out the eyeliner, and I'm gonna press that onto the outer V of the eye. And it's okay if you're messy out here because we don't have any foundation. Well, we have a little bit of foundation on, but no powder or anything, so it's gonna be easy to clean up. Now I'm hopping over to Mother's palette. I sometimes think it's creepy that we call her Mother. A little Norman Batesy. Just a little bit. But she hands down makes the best products, you guys. Like 100% worth it. I love her. I love her so much. Okay, I'm gonna go in with this shadow over here. This is the Mothership V, which is, wow, everyone's gonna make fun of me. V, did I tell you guys in my last video that I failed every math class growing up? Yeah. So I'm gonna take this green shadow right here. It's almost like a green gold. It's so beautiful. It's like a sheer, this one is amazing. I'm gonna use this Sephora Pro Packing Shadow Brush and apply it on the center and blend it into that emerald green. Yes, yes. Isn't it crazy how the base changes the color of the eyeshadow? It would have been more gold, but because I have a green base, it's giving us this beautiful shade of green. It almost reminds me of like the shell of a beetle. Okay, and then the last color I'm gonna use is the one right below it. Also gonna swatch it for you guys. My nails are looking real hot right now. I started doing my own gel powder at home, or gel polish at home. If you guys want a tutorial on that, let me know. Okay, so here is the inner corner color. So you can see that one has like a little bit of like an iciness to it, but it still has that green undertone. See, when I tilt it, this one's like a true gold green, and this one has like that white, like frosted reflect, but with the gold in it as well. So we're just gonna toss that into the inner corner. And I'm actually gonna wet this one. Okay, I was gonna use this pixie spray, and look at how it's spraying. What is that? It's like a super soaker. This is actually my favorite setting spray to use on eyeshadows because I feel like it really makes them stick. The Smashbox Photo Finish Setting Spray Weightless. So I'm going to mist my brush and then apply this to the inner corner. And now that I have this on here, I actually want to bring in more green right here. So I'm going back in with that second shadow. I'm gonna give it a little mist and bring it in right here. Okay, now going back to the lower lash line, I'm gonna take that same green liner and just replicate what's happening out here on the lower lash line. So going in with the green liner. And what I really, really love about this is that you can be super messy. If you're new to makeup and you're like, oh, I just don't wanna get on my foundation, there's no foundation yet. So you can just really blend, get crazy with it, and fix it up afterwards. And then repeating the colors, so going in with the emerald shade. This is, if my soul were a color, it'd be this shade of green right here. It's just so pretty. I guess if my soul was an eye look, it would be this eye look. And I'm gonna wing this out a little more. And you guys know how I normally like to use that large Smith, like fluffy tapered brush to blend. I really wanna keep this shape and not diffuse it out anymore. So I'm gonna use something with a flat top like this and just run it along the edge so it keeps that shape, but it's going to make it look a little softer versus like a graphic eyeshadow look. And the way I like to think about it is follow where your eyebrow ends. Okay, going back to the lower lash line, I'm gonna add the really vibrant green to the center and then finishing it off with the gold. And then I'm gonna take a makeup wipe, but instead of using well, it's not a makeup wipe. These are from a brand called BRANDLESS, so you'll notice there's no name on here, no name brand. These facial wipes are biodegradable, which is really, really nice, and they just contain a rose water, so they're really gentle. They're more like a refresh wipe. I like these more than an actual makeup removing wipe because sometimes I feel like people go in with makeup wipes, which leaves that makeup remover on the skin, and then it messes with your foundation application. So I like these a little better because they're more of, like I said, like a refresher wipe. So I'm gonna use this to pick up all the fallout on my face, and then when we get to the edge of the eyeshadow right here, I'm going to angle it up more like that. And then with this black Maybelline liner, it's the Tattoo Studio Gel Pencil Liner in Deep Onyx. I'm gonna add black liner right here just to add a little more dimension to this eye. I'm gonna use this little guy, this LH303, and just diffuse it into this eyeshadow. We're not really creating a wing with it, we're just trying to add a little dimension, darken it up the lash line. And then I'm gonna fill in the waterline. Blend out whatever liner might have trickled over. And I actually think I'm gonna add a little more of this green liner right here, again, just for some extra dimension. So almost like a spotlight eye, but not really. I just really love the look when there's dimension on the very, very inner corner like this. I'm just feathering it in and then grabbing that little blending brush again and buffing it into the eyeshadow. Oh my God, you guys, this entire time I was like, why does it look really dark? I didn't put on my backlight. Like, this is what happens when you film by yourself. There's no one to help you. But yeah, this is the eye. Ignore the pimple. And let's go through the face real quick. All green, everything is the theme of my life. Okay, I'm gonna run through the skin real quick because I think you guys get the gist at this point. I've done it so many times. We're on day 8. So I'm just gonna run through the motions. I'm using that same Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Foundation, applied with a paddle brush first and then blended out with my OFRA Beauty Sponge. I'm using shade Light Medium 13. By the way, if you catch a glimpse of this ear, it is super infected and swollen right now. I swear, Boomer licks my ear piercings at night. And when you get to the sides of the eyes, just lightly use that paddle brush to clean it up a little more. And with that same foundation, I'm taking a little concealer brush and just cleaning up this eyeshadow around the edges. I'm gonna conceal and highlight with Estee Lauder's Double Wear. Anytime I use a lighter or sheer foundation, I like a heavier concealer. Never do I use both. I don't use a heavy foundation and a heavy concealer. I mean, sometimes I do, but then I feel like I have a lot of makeup on. But right now, because this guy is in my highlight landing zone, I'm gonna zap her with this Estee Lauder Double Wear concealer. And this is the shade 2N. And I feel like if you have breakouts, this concealer doesn't make them worse. Now, whenever I already have eyeshadow on my lower lash line, it can start to drip into the concealer if you don't set it right away. And I also don't like to use a sponge because it's not precise, even though that's my preferred way of applying powder underneath my eyes. So I'll still do that, but what I'll first do is take a brush, a really dense one. This is that same LH304, a clean one. I'm gonna dip it into the Laura Mercier translucent powder. She will really, really lock in that under eye, especially if you already have shadow on and cream product. And what I like to do is run it directly underneath the shadow. So I'm almost setting the area underneath while blending it at the same time. So I'm taking small amounts of powder at a time, pressing them in, and then blending in a back and forth motion. And same thing up here. And while I'm at it, I'm just fine tuning and setting little areas on my face I like to crease, since I already have this brush with the powder. And then I can take my sponge and further press the powder in to the rest of the face. So I just pick it up like that, tap it off, and then press it into the skin. Same concept as like a beauty poof, powder poof, powder puff girls. I'm filling in my brows with this NARS Brow Perfector in the shade Como. Pretty sure it's not the normal shade, I just dropped it. Pretty sure I used the shade Naya and I can't find it. The worst swatch. Let's give it a try, let's see what it does. It's so weird because my brow hairs are like black, but my hair is like a warm brown in the sun, so I can kind of pull off multiple colors in my brows. As long as the brow pencil isn't black, then it looks unnatural. But I think this looks good. It's coming together. Okay, I'm gonna bronze with the Laura Mercier Matte Radiance Baked Bronzer, shade 02, a classic, and a Sephora Pro Contour Brush 79. My hair is getting bigger by the minute. Kyle told me I look like I have wrestler's ear. I am really excited to highlight because I have this new Overlust palette from NARS. Look at it. So nice. I can actually use this as blush as well. These are like a cream to powder formula, and I want my highlight to be a little more subtle because the eyes are so intense. I don't want it to overpower the highlight. So I'm gonna use a more precise highlighting brush. I'm using the LH. Did you guys know that growing up I couldn't pronounce my CHs? I would get made fun of it for it because my first language was Spanish. So instead of saying, like, there was a Church's Chicken down the street from my elementary school and I would say Church's Chicken. Look at me now. Now I struggle to speak Spanish. I'm gonna highlight with this color right here. And to apply the blush, I'm gonna use that same Sephora 79 brush that I used from the bronzer. I'm gonna use this color, which is the most neutral. Definitely looks way more pink. Once I miss myself, I think it'll all come together. We are down to the finish line. I'm gonna use the Smashbox Photo Finish Setting Spray all over my face to set this before I add mascara. I feel like I haven't used a Monsieur Big in so long. This is one of my favorite mascaras. So I'm gonna use this on my upper lashes, voluminous voluminous brown black on my lower lashes, Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. freaking trash day. That's what it is. This entire time I'm like, wow, this just sounds like freaking Armageddon outside, but it's trash day. Note to self, don't film on trash day. God, I forgot how good of a mascara this is. The brush really grips your lashes and pulls them up. I hate when I forget about good product, which is why we are Marie Kondoing the F out of my makeup collection before the new year. I want to go ultra nude for the lips. I'm going to use Little One, which is, I think, my best matching nude lip liner, where it's kind of like my lip color but better. So I'm going to use this, and then for a gloss, I pulled this random Stila gloss that caught my eye just because it had this pretty glitter in it that I feel like, I mean, it doesn't really go with the eye, but I'm gonna try it. Let's see what it does. I just wanted to use something different aside from Uncensored 2.0, my favorite nude gloss. If it doesn't work, we'll go back to Uncensored. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply that lip and complete this lip. Wait, no, no, no. Little One is not the color. This one's really pink. I'm gonna use the one I used in my last video, the Victoria Beckham lip liner in shade 02. I changed my mind. This tutorial is called Melissa's Being Indecisive AF. I forgot that I bought this when I was at Sephora. It caught my eye. Karen, I love Sarai, you guys know her. She called me when I was trying on this lip and I had no makeup on, and she goes, ew, what is on your lips? Because it just, without any liner, it looks so pale. But let's give it a try. Let's see what it does with the Victoria Beckham lip liner. No, this is a good nude. Karen, we were tripping. It definitely needs a liner though. And the Victoria's Secret one, I mean, the Victoria Beckham one is really good. I'm sure you guys want to know what lipstick it is. It's the Charlotte Tilbury lipstick in the shade Nude Kate. Even though this tutorial has come to an end, I'm just gonna sit here and wait patiently for Kyle to come home from work and take me on a date night, because this look needs to be seen. I refuse to just sit here at home with Meek and Boomer. Love you guys, like, you guys are the homies, but this look needs to be seen. Truth be told, I'm a homebody, so I probably won't go anywhere, but I probably will continue wearing this for the next couple hours because I absolutely love this look, and I hope you guys do as well. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give this video a like, share it with everyone you know. Whoever you know that loves green as much as I do, share it with them. Don't be greedy, don't be the Grinch. Share this video, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Bye guys. Mwah. Yes. No, I'm still waiting. So that you guys. Is the apocalypse? What if the apocalypse was happening outside while I was in here? Just doing makeup, minding my own business. I'm green. Da ba dee da ba da. No? Okay. And my under cries. Day 8. Help.